Gibbs.
So here it is.
You got some fire for us here.
So we broke down some of the other blitzes for the 2-3-6. We broke down the 4-4. So if you're watching this, go check out our other videos on the channel. But nickel 2-4-5 A gap. Now, I don't believe this is an every down defense. I don't believe that this is a you run this and you're going to be able to beat everybody. But what I do believe in this is that it's such a change of pace, and it really makes your opponent work to beat you. And most people don't play this aggressive style defense, and that's what makes it work, right? They usually get caught off guard, or they also have these preconceived notions that, oh, I can beat a blitz that's like this. I can beat these type of defenses because I have plays for it. But when you are making subtle changes to what you're doing and keeping consistent pressure, that's where this defense wins over the course of a game. I like to I'll call it smuggle this defense in my scheme in third quarters, fourth quarters, game-winning drives where maybe I'm up by 10, up by 7, and I haven't given them this look until a crucial situation of the game to see if they can handle it. And if they can't handle it, you win the game. That's the idea. Okay, so it starts with the play buck, zone, blitz. And we'll explain why here in a second, okay?
Looks like a good play.
Buck, zone, blitz. So, the way this works is the following. Now, when you get these seam flats out here, Thomas, and you have Shed over here, those seam flats, depending on the route combinations, they will play match man, okay? So they'll play match man. The outside corners will drop in their deep zones, but you'll get match man on those slots depending on the routes. If they run deep verticals, that's what they'll do. Mm-hmm. If you run double drags, they will not play match man. They will drop and play into curl flats. How this now becomes advantageous for you is the following. Your opponent's gonna read your defense to the previous play, and they're gonna go, oh, they're in zone, right? They're gonna think, oh, I can throw 4 vertical seam right in the seam. But guess what? If they run 4 verticals like that, you're gonna get match man.
Right.
Okay. So that's number one. So you're kind of mind messing with them there. Number 2. If they then go try to throw drags over the middle of the field, dual drags to take it away, your user is going to be up in the middle of the field here, right? In here, taking it away. And then they might think, oh, I'll be able to throw an out pattern. Well, if they run the drags, depending on what they do, you then have the purple that drops to play the out pattern. So now you're giving them a hybrid defense, and you don't really have to do anything. It's all based on what routes they run and the progressions they run.
And at the point in the game they're trying this third quarter, fourth quarter,
it's too crucial.
They're not running their scheme, which would beat this, but they're running like, I think I see a seam open. I think I see the corner. Okay, like and it's countering those 3 things that they might look for.
Correct. So now the play by default, this is what it looks like. So a couple things I do here. I global blitz the linebacker, so now I'm blitzing 6 defenders. I then quarterback contain off the edge, so if they roll out, we get where we need to be. Now what I do right here is this. I user the safety and I get really, really aggressive. You need to have a very aggressive defense here, and every once in a while you'll take some lumps in the road here, but the point of this defense is aggressive. So I need to play up in the box. I need to watch quick drags. I need to watch. By the way, I'll give routes to the halfback all day. I'm okay with that. I take away anything short in the middle of the field or any deep post. That's my read. So snap of the ball here. If they don't have your pass protection in order, you're in trouble because I am screaming. This defense forces you to block a halfback or a tight end. Under no circumstance can you not. You will not. Most cases, most players will not be able to get the ball out quick enough and make a good read. That's why I'm suggesting that you get up in the belly of the defense here and make them throw the ball downfield or something here, right? So snap the ball. Where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going? And now I saw the post. I bail. Now let's go back and replay here. Let's take a look. Let's see if anyone was open, right?
Ooh, we got that one.
Like, who you throw? Like, really, on that play, who would you be throwing here?
Well, nobody, because I hit the left trigger and I had the arrow behind me when I got turned around.
Right.
By accident.
That works.
But yeah, no one was open quick.
Right.
If nobody was there, you have to like know it's coming.
Right.
And have the halfback actually block. You don't really want him to step in the gap. You have to do it.
But okay, you see how that zone bails out there?
Yeah.
It is a mind F in your head here. You don't anticipate what this is happening here, right? So here you go, one more time. You just get good results here. So go ahead. And then look at the seam. Your brain says he's open.
I tried to run him away.
Right.
You know, I wanted. So I tried to throw the short route, but the purple went over. So I'm like, all right, I'll get rid of the purple.
Right here.
And then I'll get rid of the purple now with the seam, and then I'll just throw the curl. But then the curl's man too, and it's like he's not gonna get that many yards.
Correct. No. And that's where this works. Now, ready for the next step of this? Here you go. So now you face this for one drive. Now I come back and I dominate you on that drive. Now you're smarter than me, right? You're like, yes, I got this figured out. I'm gonna drag my outside receiver.
That's what. Let's check this out.
What? Ready?
Yeah.
So I know that. Okay, I know that going in. That's what you're gonna do. Okay, so I'm gonna prepare for that. Guess what I'm gonna do? A quick audible up, cover one hole. I don't know why those guys switched. That's fine. Cover one hole. Okay. This is my adjustment. Global blitz the linebackers. I'm gonna contain. Get up in the belly of the defense here. Because
you're already making them block the halfback.
Making you block the halfback.
They're already like doing that.
Give me short drags. But you do that, now I got the guy manned up, and if I have a good man defender there, he will run that route there, and then you just throw them for a loop. And here's what happens. Look at how...
Try cover 2 invert just so the chat we'll get there.
We're going to get there. Chat, we're getting there. Trust me. I get it. That's the whole scheme, boys. We're disguising this all. Because here's the thing, right? So here's my defense. I know those guys switched. It might be a formation thing that you're in. But look, that's what the defense looks like pre-snap. That's what you see. That's man-to-man, right? Now, if I go back, I know they moved. I get that. Let's not pay attention. That's something that's unique. But there's no tell. You can't tell my man or my zone pre-snap. Okay? So that's what I like about it. Now, the next step is quick audible to the right. Okay? Here it is one more time. A little bit more of a tell here because the outside corners come in, the safeties drop back deep. So my suggestion is this. You're going to still global blitz all your linebackers here. You're going to bring your safeties up a little bit. And then I play it like that. I drop my outside corner into deep zone here so I can user Thomas again. And I will play like this. I will play like this because I want them to still think I'm in that same. I want to user the same guy. And give them a look here, because now if they throw that short flat, you're in trouble. You get a good job there, but it's a cat and mouse game. You're trying to pick them off in places they're not anticipating, or you could simply play like this a little bit, right? You could this hold on here. I don't know what they're doing. There you go. You could bring him up here.
Double A gap, nickel 2-4-5.
And you can play like this. You have to get back here.
Right.
But the idea is like I'm going to play hard flats because I know you're going to throw to the short flat, something like that. Like,
right.
And I'm going to take that away from you. You're not anticipating hard flats. Next thing you know, you try to throw a table pattern. You try to throw a quick drag late.
Right.
You catch them off guard. So you're always going to and from your cover 2, your cover 0 man to man. You're going to that. Your primary play is this play.
I tell you what, it's a noob play, mid blitz. Like a play like mid blitz, right?
Yep.
It's newbie. But when you play somebody early in the year and you don't have your whole offense down yet, and you don't have your quick throws to the halfbacks down, and someone just randomly calls mid blitz, it's like, man, this is annoying. And then if somebody just calls mid blitz all game, it's annoying. Because then you're constantly getting the ball. You're worried about.
Let me just real quick. A very important tip. You're using the term mid blitz.
Yeah.
I don't want people to go out and say, "Oh, I'm going to use mid blitz."
Don't use.
It's not. You do not use mid blitz, and the reason for it is it's small, but it's very important. Take a look at when I blitz these linebackers. Look, who is the free defender?
Safety.
And the halfback is the one that's unmatched. When I use mid blitz, you see what happens?
Very bad.
This formation is fine, but you're changing the user, so that's a tell to your opponent. So that's why you don't want to do that, right?
Yeah.
So when you're in this, I can stay in user chancellor, and I'm in my zone. Okay. Now when I go to cover one hole, nothing. Those guys are moving, which I don't know why. I think it's a formation thing. But I still get to user chancellor, so it looks identical. Mm-hmm. So don't use mid blitz because mid blitz.
Do not call mid blitz. It's the theory of cover 0 man blitz, but use it from cover one hole.
Yep.
Unless you're a really huge noob, don't know what it is. Just call.
Now, the gas of all gas of all gas of the history of gas. Ready for it?
Okay.
Here it is. Global blitz those linebackers. We're going to also blitz off that edge. Okay? Now, you got the cloud flats. You're going to bring these guys up here. A lot of times what I'll do is I'll just, who do I think is going to block? And then I'm going to use her here. I just going to use her deep. Like, I'm protecting the deep part of the field. Snap the ball. You feel like you're good with your pass protection. I would now go use her there. And we're just going to gas you up. That's the idea of sending the guys off the edge there.
Dogs. That's the real dogs. Who let the dogs out? That's a nickel Double A-gap blitz scheme. Lots to like there. That's once again, that's not an all-game thing. That's a mix-it-up, call it in, heavy. But there's a lot to like out of it, and there's some good adjustments, so make sure to check that out.
You can man press. Great question in the chat from 4Man30. You can press, but you're gonna get beat. Like every now and then, you're gonna give it up unless you go and change your whole defensive lineup and get stud man corners, right? That's gonna happen. That will happen. So what you could do is you could build a specific lineup. Go require great press man coverage press players. Mm-hmm. Insert them in this formation in your lineup, and like that's what you would use it for, right?
There you go. All right, good scheme.